Grandma and the Enclave base. After the events with Grandma, she decided to raid a low-ranking Enclave base, remnants from the long-since fractured Enclave that was still rebuilding. She told her caravan to hide and keep out of sight unless they suspect things to go bad. Grandma decided that the easiest way to get in was go as a new recruit.
I know what you're going to say, but that was in the Fallout Classic. You ripped them off. Well, I didn't actually play the Fallout Classics until recently, and neither did Grandma. She didn't play them at all.
Doing her best to ace the boot camp, she went through tests and trails based on each of the special attributes. She went through the training and even gained entry as a soldier of the Enclave. She botched strength and athletics tests, but she did shockingly well. She then said, "I'll be a medic," only for the boot camp officer to say, "Medic? While we need more troops? Funny." She is given Enclave armor that is literally combat armor with power armor pieces strapped and soldered into place. Being stationed as a guard, she was told to stay at the entrance until they find her new team that was still away in town. She met a woman that worked the front desk and chatted her up. She learned that girl's father was the sergeant. "Why are you up here unprotected?" Grandma asked. Through back and forth conversation, she said it didn't make sense for an unarmed and unarmored member to be stationed at a spot where they could be attacked. The entrance, she told her. All she needed was keys to the rooms. The girl was hesitant, but ended up giving the keys to her with the promise Grandma would talk to the woman's father first, the sergeant, and Grandma never went to him, sneaked to the second floor, and got into the archive and documents room. It had plenty of possibly useful things, from blueprints, papers, to even technical documents. She grabbed all she could fit within her arms. When she went to make her escape, Grandma opened the door and...
She rolls a nat 1. Immediately afterwards, she came face to face with the Enclave General.
A man decked out head to toe in Enclave X01 armor, all except his head. "What are you doing abandoning your post?" She attempted to use the, "Oh, your daughter wanted me to talk to you about getting armor," but due to the fact she was in the wrong room, specifically one off limits, it didn't fly for him. The battle turned violent, with her having a snowball's chance.
Hey, watch your language. You know better than that.
Sorry, Grandma.
She has the same chance as that of a finished modern Fallout not crashing on day one release, fighting against a seasoned military sergeant that's nearly in full power armor. She switched from her usual tactics. She whips out a knife and jabbed at his leg hydraulics. It hisses like a punctured tire as his armored knee begins to kneel, making him unable to use his one leg. She realized he was only able to walk using the armor, that he was disabled. Grandma swings her rifle around and butts his head multiple times until he finally topples to the floor. Grandma quickly pulls her bloody rifle and rushes for the room entrance. A full-force battle erupts between soldiers, rushing out to figure out what the loud fuss was. She hid in the bathroom. Immediately, Grandma began taking shots at the ones that attempted to sweep the rooms for enemies, killing one as the other took cover. She used the corner of the bathroom for cover. "Why are you shooting me? They are attacking over there," she shouts, pointing down the hall. The soldiers begin to get confused, blasting at her and the opposite soldier with laser rifles. The battle continues back and forth until the sergeant makes his way out to command them. "Not him! Shoot at her!" But it was too late. After taking about 6 rounds of combat, shooting back and forth, the caravan of Grandma's merchants were already outside, beginning a full-force battle against the unarmed new recruits, outside the gated walls of the base. With her caravan busting through the fence with vehicles and surrounding the base, the entire area looked like the biggest Mexican standoff of plasma weapons, Enclave hostages, and at least 4 laser rifles on Grandma's position. With the promise the caravan would let go of the 7 boot camp hostages, Grandma was allowed to go free as a trade, and she gains her escape. The documents, armor, and also items the Enclave gave her in their boot camp were all in her inventory when she left. She realized this moment stirred the pot with an enemy she'd regret, so Grandma began to comb through hundreds of papers as the caravan of the surviving 16 faction members do all they can to make distance from the Enclave they knew would eventually hunt them down. The documents give a lot of information, but only one held useful information to Grandma. She finds a pin code to another military base, one possibly in a less dangerous location than the Enclave base. Area 52.